CFR Hot Stove. My name is Ted Stoven, and we are getting ready on Wednesday afternoon of the 2021 Canadian Finals Rodeo. Thanks to everyone for being here. Thanks to Allstar Show Industries. Great stage we're on this afternoon in the Cabaret Corral. Got our CFR steer wrestling contestants over here on the left for our autograph session and the bareback riders on the far side. But we're going to get started here with our CFR Hot Stoves. My co-host today, 2020 and 2021 Miss Rodeo Canada. Please welcome Alicia Erickson. Well, it's been a good couple of years for your hair, hasn't it, Alicia? Hey?
It's been great.
It's been great, yeah. Thanks for coming to the show today. Appreciate you being here. Thanks to all the fans out there in the stands. You know, Wednesday afternoon, yeah. Right on. Hey, yeah, thanks. All right, well, we'll get right to the contestants on the show today. We'll start off. It's her first CFR, a former National Intercollegiate Rodeo Association Finals qualifier from the Southwest region and Eastern New Mexico University in Portales, New Mexico. With wins this year in Kennedy and High River, making her first trip to the CFR, please welcome Taylor Flewelling.
We on fire. Step up in the party, step up in the party high.
A former Foothills Cowboys Association champion and season leader. He's won the Northlands Futurity and Fall Classic Futurity in the heading. He's also won the Manitoba Rope Horse Futurity in the heading and the heeling, making his first trip to the CFR. Tell Flewelling.
Get him up, huh? Get him up, huh? Put him up, huh? We waking up, high with my dogs, riding high when we pull up. High with my dogs, riding high when we pull up.
And our final guest this afternoon here in Red Deer, Alberta. 8 times he's been to the CFR on the heeling side. 3 times he's been number 1 at the end of the year. The 2011, 2013, and 2015 Canadian champion from Lacombe, Alberta, Tyrell Flewelling.
Get on some rock in the drop for the things. Get with a squad, 100 cars for the things. Yeah, pull it with fire, boy, chin chin. Yeah, fresh him on the
Hey, well, thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate your time. I'm glad that your family showed up. This is great. Tyrell, we'll start with you. 8 times to the CFR. First time on the show, though. Thanks for doing this, though.
Yeah, no problem, Ted. Thanks for having me on. I'm really looking forward to it. Just glad everybody came out to support us.
Are you still glad that you picked Wednesday?
What's that?
Are you still glad that you picked Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm really happy we got Wednesday. So now if I say something stupid, nobody will even know.
Okay, so Alicia and I were talking here a minute ago, and we were thinking that Tell and Taylor, probably the first husband and wife couple to make their first appearance at the CFR in the same year. I can't imagine that this has been done many times. What do you think?
No, I don't think so at all. In my memory, I can't think of anyone who has done that, and it's pretty special, especially because you qualified in the first inaugural CPRA breakaway. So that's pretty special to be able to do that together, and you haven't been married that long. How long have you been married?
Two years. I think it was 2019 that we got married, so.
That's pretty cool that you two enjoy, obviously, the same sport and rodeo as a whole and can support each other and do great things like this.
Yeah, we pop the latch a lot for each other. And yeah, it's good. It's exciting to be here together, and I'm blessed that we are here together, I guess.
We were trying to think of the other couples, and I don't know, the DePolis, like Suzanne and Donnie, maybe. I'm not sure if they're the same year. And then the Knaps, Carolyn and Darren, too. But I don't know if that's the same year or not, but I know they both made it. And then same as Dale and Diane Scottapole made it in other years. So, yeah, it's kind of cool.
I wonder if it'll end up in the Pro Rodeo Canada Media Guide, like first couple making their first CFR appearance. This might go down in history. I don't know. We'll have to do some research on that one. Okay, I want to start off here. I got to get right to it. What's the traveling situation like between the three? We got to know. We have to know.
Me and Taylor only traveled together to one rodeo, and she placed, and me and Tara won it. So we should probably do it more, but it would just make too much sense, leaving from the same house and stuff. We see each other every day, so.
So I heard that one of you are often on time, early, all the time, and the other is late. So how does that work?
Yeah, even today, we're chasing on the steers. We're supposed to be leaving 10:30. We said today, 10:30. I'm out there with my horse and my hat and my little bag waiting for Tell. He got here at about 11:15. We were late. I'm sure we got fined because we were so late chasing down the steers. So, yeah, you just got to plan for it. That's why I said 10:30. We really didn't have to leave till 11, but we were still late.
Tell, any rebuttal on that?
What's that?
Any rebuttal on that? Anything to say?
I mean, it's probably the truth, honestly. Tyrell was late one time practicing this fall, but other than that, he's very prompt. And, yeah.
Taylor, do you have any comment on that?
Pardon?
Do you have any comment on that?
I just try and go with the flow because I don't think I could live with Tell if I didn't. I've come to find that it's easier to just plan to be late.
It's almost like planning for success, hey? Like
Set yourself up for success. Just, yeah.
Okay, so if you're early, then who drives?
Well, I'm not going to lie, Tell drove quite a bit this summer, but I think I've drove him a lot more throughout the years, so he's just finally catching up with me now, getting it kind of fair. But yeah, Tell did drive quite a bit this summer, which was good, and he's a great driver, and you can just sit there and have a couple Bud Lights on the way home and kind of break it down, talk about, he likes to talk about horse breeding a lot.
Speaking of horse breeding, when I was talking to your parents, they were kind of I said, what are some of his, fondest memories? What is he known for? Like, what do you do? And they said, he is so proud of the horses that he raises and the horses he ropes off of. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my head horse that I use at the rodeos, I call him Axel. And the stud he's by is the son of Doc's Hickory, and that's an old cutting bred stud. And then he's actually out of a mare that's a daughter of Doc's Hickory, so he's kind of line bred, but I really like him. And then after I got that horse, I started raising some horses of my own, and I bought the mare that he was out of, and now I have a little streak of fling baby out of her. And so, I'm looking forward to her. Me and Taylor kind of partnered up, and we got lots of horses around, that's for sure.
Talk about some of those futurity wins on some of the. Have they been on some of these horses? Is this where you're featuring those?
Yeah, I haven't won any on any I've raised, but me and Gina were partners on a horse, and we won the Fall Classic Futurity one year on him. And he's injured right now, actually, but then I had another nice little horse that I won the Edmonton Futurity at, and I sold him, and we've bought lots of kind of brothers and relates to him too and stuff. So it's been good all through the years, but we like to do it. We kind of rope every day, so bringing up lots of young stuff.
What about the show in Manitoba where you won on both sides there as well?
Yeah, I didn't do it in the same year. Tyrell has always been there to help me in the heeling. I don't heel worth a shit, so he rides my heel horses, and he won it this year on a buckskin that me and Taylor own. And then I've won it out there before on a yellow horse that I got in the States right now.
Going back to the traveling story quick, we heard you're a bit of a foodie, Tell. Is this true? And do tell.
Yeah, we love to eat good. I mean, I like to eat good whether we win or lose, but when we win, I definitely make sure we stop and eat somewhere good. We were driving home from Bruce, and everywhere was closed. And I'm like, we're getting a pickup order from Brown's. Like, I don't care what it takes, but.
This is definitely true because the one rodeo that Taylor came with, Kendall Pearson, came with us as well. Another breakaway roper that qualified. And we were at just a gas station, and me and Kendall get your basic chips and a water or whatever, come out. And Tell's in there for quite a while, and I told Kendall, I said, I guarantee you, when he walks out of here, he'll come out with something you've never thought would be at a gas station. And it was a peanut butter cheesecake, I think, in a cup.
Peanut butter pie, it was really good. It was at the gas station in Olds, man. I'm a lifer there now. It was from the Country Cousins restaurant. I got to go there someday, but I haven't been there yet.
That's something that I found traveling lots. I mean, this was probably the first summer ever that I've traveled to as many small town Alberta, whatever, rodeos. And you really have to pick and choose those gas stations that you love because certain ones have specific things that they're just known for, right? You could probably attest to some of that.
Yeah, Tell is also well known for it. You'll be just driving past. It was just a gas station in Nant, and he's like just driving along, nothing really being said. And he's like, they got great chicken wings in there.
Okay, so I learned the way like the restaurant business a little bit from Brett Gardner, and he was like, it was TripAdvisor for a long time, where you'd go and like find the best restaurants in town, and you'd have to go pick it out. We found like a poutineery one time in Lethbridge, and there's all the best bakeries around too. We always gotta stop at the best bakery. Like Barhead's got a really good one. Westlock's got a great sandwich shop. But some of your best finds out there. Let's start with you, Tyrell. Do you have any, or is it just gas station food? I guess because you're waiting on Tell. You got.
No, I just follow Tell. He's like, oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to the CFR. You know, competing in front of all these fans. But I can't wait for the Uber Eats I'm gonna get that week.
We got Uber Eats just before we came here, so.
Oh really? What'd you get?
It was 111 Grill.
Oh,
yeah,
neat.
we got a burger and a sandwich. Really good.
I ordered for both of us, and yeah, they had a pretty good chicken cordon bleu sandwich there. I'd suggest it, man. I'm telling you, it was pretty good. But yeah, there's like my favorite spots. I know like the Erskine Grill. It's kind of like a hidden gem, and I like stopping in there, especially on the way home from Hand Hills. But yeah, there's a few good ones. Browns, we went to them a lot this summer. So.
Okay, you said Erskine, like over by like the Stettler Erskine?
Oh yeah, that's a hot spot, man. And
Really?
nobody really knows about it. Riley Warren maybe taught me about that one. But.
Really? What else do you have for some hidden gems? There's got to be some more out there.
Yeah, like I'd like to stop at more kind of hole in the walls, but it's yeah, when you're running late and rodeoing, it's kind of tough. But
What about rodeos? Like if we talk about rodeos and committees that serve the best food and treat the contestants incredibly, the first one that came to my mind this year was La Crete. Now, were you at La Crete this year?
yeah, we both went up there. They didn't have any breakaways, so Taylor didn't go. But yeah,
And I mean, they are incredible. They literally bring in homemade gourmet meals for everyone. They deep fry wings and just have like big bonfires and a party for all of the contestants and the personnel. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, we actually made La Crete a day trip because
A
our
day
boss is really mean and makes us work the next day.
So tell us about your boss.
Well, we work, our family all works together, and yeah, we day tripped La Crete. I don't recommend that to anybody because we got home about 8 in the morning the next morning, so that was kind of tough. But La Crete is always, everybody knows about it up there. The hospitality is so great, and I kind of laugh at all the Cassidy Hassauer stuff. Every barrel racer I think said they like La Crete is their favorite one. Just I think the ground's really good, but the hospitality is second to none.
I gotta ask you, Tyrell. This is your 8th CFR. Tell it's your first. What took you guys so long to get together and team up? I'll start with you, Tal.
yeah, I just didn't head good enough, I guess. Just Tyrell got cut there, and yeah, we didn't actually talk about it for quite a while, and then yeah, we had to buy our cards for Teepee Creek. Like the next day, he's like, "So, you want to go up there or what?" So it just kind of, yeah, I guess we both just knew, and yeah, I was saving up for somebody better, but got him, so it'll work.
Truth comes out now.
But this is your 8th trip. What kind of advice would you have for Tal coming in here to his first one?
No real advice, honestly. We haven't really talked about it very much or anything. The only thing I think, like today, we were driving in here late, and a good friend of ours, Ned Keeney, called, and he just said, "So, what? You're up tonight? Hey, what's going on? What's going on?" He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, we got a rope tonight." And then he's like, "You just grab Tell and you tell him we're not going to beat these guys in time. We got to outlast them." And then you grab him by the hair and say, "Look at my eyes, look at my eyes. We're not going to beat these guys on time. We got to just try and outlast them." So that's about the only advice I think we really got, just to try and catch. That's all we're going to try and do. So.
But you being here this many times and winning on 3 separate occasions, and you've won on the odd years, like 11, 13, 15, so 21's probably got to be good luck charm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of a funny deal the way it's worked. And then the year after I win it, I usually don't make the Canadian finals the next year. So, you know what, though? It's worth it. Hopefully we can have some luck and just rope against all these guys. The rope's so good, and I'm just, excited for it to get going.
So what has happened on those down years where you haven't made it? Is it what would you attribute that to? I was curious on that too, having missed it a couple times.
Yeah, like I think as every healer will say, your header sucked. No, it's not that. Definitely not that. I don't know. It just didn't work out. But yeah, just coincidence, I guess. Really, just didn't catch enough steers in those years.
Taylor, this being your first Canadian finals, what are you most looking forward to this week, or what have you been looking forward to the most so far?
Yeah, I don't really know. I was actually really looking forward to last night. I was like stressing about what I was going to wear pretty much the whole, yeah. When I knew I made it, I was like, what am I going to wear to this banquet?
That's all you had to think about, not how you're going to rope or your plan at the CFR.
Yeah, I'm like, I know how to rope, I don't know if I can, I don't know how
Out
to
of your
dress.
element, hey?
I had to brush my hair, so.
This is a random memory from a long time ago, but I was thinking about you and your progression as I followed your sisters and I high school rodeoed with them for a year, and I got thinking about you, and I remember one winter I went to Arizona and I was visiting the Lucas family, and I came over to the Smith residence and I came and hung out with Kennedy, and you were just kind of chilling, doing your thing by the pool, and in your hand I noticed you had a book, and so then I was kind of curious, and you opened this book up, and on the front it was something like a competitive mindset, or like be something towards, you know, gearing up your mind and being a competitive person, like mentally and healthy. And ever since that day, I don't know why, but I remembered that, and I've kind of watched you and your progression, and you and your horses, and just I guess how much of a professional that you've turned into in the Canadian Professional Rodeo Association, and it's been really cool. I don't know, are you a pretty big person, like when it comes to your mental thoughts and your mental game?
Yes and no. I've come to find, like, I actually do a lot better if I just don't worry about it that much. Like, I just have to remember that there's always going to be another one. I think when I was in college, I read like a lot of those books, and I tried so hard that it kind of like I beat myself sometimes. And so now I've kind of taken the mindset to where like it's just supposed to be fun. Like you're supposed to be having fun at these things. That's why we do it. So that's kind of what I go for most of the time. Just like I know how to rope, so I just have to go and have fun. And of course I'm always working at it. But yeah. I just have to kind of trust the process and know that I've put the work in, and then just go and, have fun.
I love that, and we're all very excited to see you. It's 3 performances, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday, Sunday. The last 3 is the breakaway. So.
Perfect. And speaking of, you mentioned college. That's where you and Tel met, right?
No.
Or sorry, not met. Sorry, that's not where you met, but that's kind of where things,
I can get into this more if we need to.
Yeah. It was before that. It was before college.
So, right? You
High school rodeo, probably, I'm thinking.
Tel's actually older than me. We did in high school rodeo together.
And you and Gina are quite great friends, right? You know, you've been best friends growing up, and then you just kind of...
Yeah. Kind of just hung out with Gina a lot, and then eventually switched to Tel, so...
So then your friendship turned into a third wheel, and Gina kind of... No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, that's the
It did,
truth.
she
So,
says.
it's been good. You know, I had to start growing my hair out to kind of take over Taylor and stuff like that.
No, but when I was talking to your parents, they said that you have such a great thing going on. You often call it the Hutterite colony where you all live, but it's pretty great. They said, you all get to go out and practice, and like some people come over and practice sometimes, but y'all rope, right? Every single person in your family ropes, so that's pretty cool to just have that. You're like a mini football team, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, everybody's kind of there together, and it's nice, and it's, I don't know, it's more of a lifestyle. Like, we were up every day, and I think even last year with no rodeos going on, we're still there roping every day, and yeah, it's just fun to hang out with everybody, and yeah, everybody kind of supports everybody, so it's pretty nice.
Nobody supports like family.
Where do you guys rope in the wintertime? Do you have space inside in the wintertime too?
We just built an arena last year, so yeah, we've been in there for 1 winter, and this will be our 2nd, so yeah, that was awesome too, just to be able to stay home and rope. And I always went to Arizona, but I didn't last year because I still had somewhere to rope, so it was good to be home with everybody, and yeah, not away for so long.
I thought it was pretty cool last night when Donnie Johansson was being awarded, and Ted was given that speech at the end there when everybody stood up that had been somehow affected by his legacy and his schools. And you two went in his schools, right?
Yeah, I took the Donnie Johansson steer riding school twice, and I actually won a buckle there one year, to be honest, at the Donnie Johansson steer riding school. I got it in my house to prove it. yeah, like I've known Donnie Joe a long time. My Uncle Bruce knew him forever, and yeah, he's just a really, really great guy. Anybody that knows him, just like Ted was saying in his speech, and Scott said, you know, if you've been affected by him, like, yeah, everybody in the room has been affected by Donnie Joe at some point, right? But yeah, I took his school when I was a young guy, and yeah, never really panned out to be much of a steer rider, but I did win a steer riding buckle there.
Yeah, we went together the first year to the school, and I remember Donnie Joe, he made a new category in the steer riding school for me, because I'd never been on a steer, and I was just a little guy and whatever, and I think he had like 2 or 3 tiers of steer riders, and yeah, then when I went, he's like, oh, okay, he's like, now we got to make a new tier. He's like, we got to make one for the real bad steer riders. But no, it's cool. He still shakes your hand when you see him, and yeah, pretty nice guy. And yeah, I was sitting with Taylor's family, and I stood up, and I don't think they knew that I knew Donnie Joe and went to his school and stuff. So,
speaking of Donnie Joe and Strathmore, where he is part of the committee, that was a big win for you guys this year, Strathmore. Big part of the season, really.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy run. The steer kind of wanted to stop a little bit, and Tal just kind of pulled him by me, and I threw and caught him. So, but yeah, like with COVID, a lot of the committees reduced their purse, which is understandable and stuff, but Strathmore stepped up with the 20,000 added, and being with so few rodeos, you kind of had to do winning off the start really helped, and then to win third there, it just kind of kicked our year off for sure.
The other part, speaking of the payouts, Tal, you had a piece that you, Gina wrote a while back. But I think we got to talk about that a little bit, because I think it was important to share that information and try and help promote what's going on here and try and fill those stands here for the rest of the week.
yeah, we kind of, me and Tyrell and Gina and Taylor, like we all kind of got together and we were talking about it. Yeah, everybody was bummed out a little bit that the payout was reduced, but at the same time, like there's nothing you can really do about it. So we just kind of tried to do the most positive thing we could think of. And so yeah, that was just to let people know what was going on and try and get more people in the stands. And yeah, I told Tyrell if they don't even have to have a payout and I'll be here. Like it's my first time. And yeah, I'm coming to run 6 no matter what.
Well, I commend what you all did and how you all put together. Gina, you two, that was very well done and very well said. So I'm glad you guys did that.
That first line really caught you, though. Brought you in.
What was that again?
Tell me Gina put that in there.
I'm not much of a writer, but yeah, Gina's kind of our wordsmith, and I'm like, we need to say something, like, we need to shed some light on the situation I'm saying. And I'm like, you should put that in there. That's a great line. So yeah, I've had a few people message me like saying, oh, that's a good post. I'm like, oh, thanks, it was all Gina. But whenever I tell Gina, I said, yeah, they messaged me and said that what a great opener it was. They're like, really just caught me right from the start.
Taylor, I had one note here I was looking at from the post that the Canadian Breakaway group put out like on the Facebook page, and in this you said that you thought Breakaway was done for you after college. What does that mean to you to have it back and have it at these pro rodeos and now in the perf at the last 3 perfs at the CFR?
Yeah, it's actually super exciting. I remember I went to, Breakaway's always been my favorite event, from high school to college, and then yeah, when I got done college, or when I got done 4 years of college, I remember I called Tel and I'm just crying because I'm like, where am I going to breakaway rope? Like, there's nowhere to breakaway rope, and I knew I was coming home, and I was like pretty bummed out that there was like maybe 1 or 2 jackpots like up here a year. There was nothing. And so then I started to get my master's degree so I could college rodeo another year. So yeah, I was down there for another year college rodeoing, and then yeah, by the end of that I was done, obviously, and I came home and there really wasn't very much breakaway. I sold my breakaway horse and I started team roping lots, and that was good, and I had some success and it was fun or whatever, but then yeah, it felt like it was 2 or 3 years of that, and then the breakaway just blew up, and I was so excited because I was itching to get back at it, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun getting back into it. It's been good. It's been exciting for sure.
The breakaway got really big in the States. There's lots of girls down there making a push for it, in the WCRA rodeos and stuff. And yeah, it kind of starting to come up here. But the Bird family's been really good. They've supplied a lot of good cattle, and yeah, they really helped out up here. So
they've been a big driving force behind making this happen up here, haven't they?
Yeah, this year, I can't remember, there's about 15 rodeos, probably 15 to 18, somewhere in there, rodeos that had breakaway, and Maynard Bird supplied the stock for free at almost all of them. So,
Wow.
yeah, and it turned out pretty, he probably didn't realize how many breakaway ropers were going to show up, because there was like 40 girls entering, and yeah, it was just as many as all the other events, so it was pretty exciting. But yeah, very big thanks to the Bird family.
Talk about Calgary and at the Stampede and how neat it was to have that in part of the night, the breakaway roping as part of the night show in Calgary this year.
Yeah, that was also part of the Bird family's doing. They really like set that up and kind of picked the girls and everything, and it was really, really exciting. It was, I think that at some point it will probably be in the rodeo, and it was kind of a little bit of a test run, hopefully, and I think it showed well. The girls roped awesome, and yeah, it was an exciting time for sure.
What does it mean to you to be back at this, or I guess for the first time really at this level? You also mentioned that you don't barrel race, so this is the only event that you want to do in pro rodeo, and now it's part of the pro rodeos. It's got to be a big deal now to be able to be a part of this.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I barrel raced when I was young, and always kind of thought that I should barrel race and do it. And then as I got older, I kind of realized that I hated barrel racing. And so, it's pretty exciting. I had no aspirations to breakaway rope at the CFR, but now that it's happening, it's like, oh, well, I want to be here every year now.
So when you talked about once you thought your career in breakaway was over and you sold your horse, the horse you have now, what's his name again?
I call him Chance.
Chance. So how did you go about that? Did you buy him just as a young horse, or?
Yeah, so I actually bought him sight unseen. I saw him in a sale in Texas, and I liked his papers, and I liked the way he rode around and everything, and so I just got on the phone and bought him for probably too much money, but anyways.
Taylor's sister was bidding on the horse at the sale, and Taylor's like, oh no, that's probably good, and Kennedy kind of talked her into it. She said, oh, once more, kind of how sales get.
Yeah, it went once more about 6 or 7 times. But anyways, I ended up buying him, and I have a good friend down there. Well, I was going down for the winter, so this was in November that I buy him, and I wasn't going down till January. So I had a good friend, Logan Harkey. He actually trains a lot of calf horses for the pro guys down there. So he got him and rode him for me for a month, and then when I went down there, I started riding him, and he actually got really sick and tried to die once, and kind of brought him back. And then last year was the first year that I took him to any rodeos. I took him to some like FCAs. They just had some little like timed event rodeos and stuff. I took him to those, and then this year has been the first year that I've had him anywhere, and he was awesome. He did really good all year.
Let's talk some football, guys. So I read that you're a Patriots fan. Is that right, Tyrell, or were you a Tom Brady fan?
Well, I mean, it's tough to be a Patriots fan and not be a Tom Brady fan, but now that he's moved on to the Bucs, I still cheer for Tom Brady, but when they played earlier this year, I was cheering for the Patriots all the way because, kick that old bastard's ass.
When I was over at Jones Boys this morning, Trevor was telling me that you guys were on a football trip, and everybody else got kicked out of the game, but he was like, he always makes out okay. Things always work out for Tell. Everybody else got kicked out of the football game, and meanwhile Tell's in there eating his popcorn or whatever. What happened there?
Yeah, we were actually we had a baseball game before the football game, and everybody's getting pretty rowdy, and they were getting kind of annoyed with us. It was a bachelor party or whatever, so we were acting stupid for sure. And then then next thing you know, I was buddies with the guys behind them, and they had us tickets for the college football game the next day, and it kind of smoothed it over.
Which town was this in?
That was in Arizona. Yeah, we went to
Phoenix.
Yeah, in Phoenix.
We,
We also went. I was with Trevor one time. We go to a piano bar and just kind of smooth talk him, and me and Taylor snuck in there, supposedly full. And I told Trev and his wife, I was like, everything just works out for us, and he's like, I believe that come from you.
Ken, you're a Houston fan, but they suck this year.
What's that, sorry?
You're a Houston fan, but they're no good this year, eh?
Yeah, I was hoping you would bring that up, actually, but...
Brutal. Brutal.
Yeah, they've been doing so bad, it's kind of soured me up on football, but it's a lot of good massage parlors down there in Houston must be, so...
We've got, we can kind of wrap it up here, I think. Alicia, if you'd like to. Do you have a few more questions, or where are we at?
You know, I just think that it's pretty incredible for all of you to be here this whole entire week. And I know it's been such a strange year, but going back to that Facebook post and talking about the Canadian Finals Rodeo, I think our rodeo community and our family has been through a lot, whether it's a committee member, CPRA, contestants, because this is your living. And to sit back and kind of watch it from a point of view as Miss Rodeo Canada, I am just happy that we actually have a Canadian Finals Rodeo for you to compete at, because once you take something away or you can't have it, it slowly gets harder and harder to bring it back. And especially with our Western community, and we're so prideful on tradition. So thank you for sharing that, and I know our fans appreciate it, and all of your fellow competitors appreciate that too.
Yeah, thanks. Like I said, Gina did all the writing, and it was kind of all our ideas, but that was my my first back number ceremony there last night, obviously, and it was pretty cool just to see, like, you go to the rodeos all year and you don't really realize how much the committees mean, and yeah, it's pretty cool to see. There's a lot more than just the contestants in the CPRA, so.
There really is, and you know, with COVID, we've all I hate saying that word, but we all, everything's turned on to an online presence. So much stuff did, and I was talking to the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame, and they were talking about, you know, maybe taking the induction online and all this, and we all sat back and we're like, you know what, that takes away so much from the actual meaning of being awarded something, inducted in something. You know, when you're actually face to face with people and you're able to have that family connection like we do so much as a rodeo community, it means a lot more than anything. So I'm so happy that all of you could get that this year.
Tyrell, speaking of the committee side of things, you are part of the committee at the Spring Thaw. It's not actually a CPRA-sanctioned event, but you and Trevor have done that event for a number of years now.
Yeah, me and Trevor started that. I don't know if this is the 10th or 11th year coming up that we'll do it. Obviously, COVID kind of wrecked it for us a little bit, but yeah, putting that on, we just thought, you know, it's a timed event rodeo, and we wanted to kind of include everybody, because there's always lots of team roping jackpots, but there's not a lot of bulldoggings and calf ropings and at breakaways to go to, and we have to have a big barrel race with it too, and actually doing that has made me realize from the production standpoint what all has to go into it. And like you guys kind of said there last night, like with the Crouches, how emotional they got and how happy, but he probably has put his life in that, putting on that Sunday rodeo, you know, and Shane actually came up to tell and thanked him for the Facebook post as well. And yeah, we said right from the start we wanted to do like more of a timed event deal, and not just a team roping. You know, we have a big team roping on the Sunday, but yeah, I really like putting on it for every event, the timed events, and yeah, we try to blow it up and make it exciting as you can. It's kind of hard to make barrel racing really exciting at times, but we try to do the best we can. And Brett Gardner used to announce it for us. Like, we high school rodeo together, and he helped me out a lot with it too. And just, you know, he helped pump it up, and yeah, it's just, we enjoy doing it.
And by pumping it up, like, you guys had lights and you had a full production. Like, it's not something that had been done a lot in the time event side of things, as far as a actually professionally produced time event. It was very well done, and is very well done.
Oh, thank you, Ted. Yeah, like, it's pretty cool. Like, you know, you get to see Cody Cassidy come there, or whoever, you know, with the best bulldoggers in Canada and some of the best tie-down ropers in Canada, and they can, you know, they can make it exciting too, right? Like, them guys are pretty awesome to watch. And actually, we put the breakaway in when Taylor was coming back from school, and like, yeah, that's an exciting event too. Like, you know, it doesn't just have to be a bull ride to make rodeo exciting. The other events are exciting as well.
Oh, 100%.
I noticed he's really sucking up to the bulldoggers here today, talking, you know. I didn't say much about the calf ropers, but whatever, I guess.
QB's my boy over there. Got to give him a shout out.
Okay, I think might just have one more piece. It's somebody's birthday today. Alicia had something for birthday boy here.
I do have something. I have something so special for you, and you know, I just want to share some of my queen life with you.
Yeah, I thought maybe you were gonna sing.
I have this. No, well, I could. Would you like that? No. But I have this beautiful
my goodness.
sash for you.
That's nice. That goes good with that hair.
And see, only one girl gets to walk away with a sash like that on Friday, and now you do too.
Yeah, thanks a bunch. I appreciate that. It's kind of funny how it worked out. The first perf I get to rope at Red Deer is my birthday, so good birthday wish.
Maybe it's some good luck.
Yeah, what's the perf shaping up to be like tonight? You guys know know what the pen's like and what it's set up to be like?
Yeah, we're going to rope the heifers tonight. We picked them over at Bonnets there a couple weeks ago, so yeah, the birds have supplied them, and I think that the steers are going to be great all week, and I think with the group of guys roping here, they're going to be outstanding.
Oh, awesome. Well, best of luck to you guys this week. One last thing for the 2 first-timers. What do you most, what's one thing you want to do this week at the finals here, Tel?
Oh man, I think I already did it. Did it last night. We ate good, drank a little bit. Yeah, so.
All about the food.
Yeah, exactly. We ordered food. We went, got some sushi yesterday right beside the hotel. It was awesome. But yeah, I kind of came in, and we're trying to catch, obviously, and do good, but I just want to experience all of it and enjoy it.
Taylor, any superstitions, rodeo superstitions for this week?
I don't think so. I try not to have too many because, yeah, it seems like it might screw you up in the end.
You guys, anything? Tell?
No, I'm just going to let it rock, yeah.
Awesome.
No superstitions.
Okay, well, thank you all for being on the show today. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for being here, and best of luck.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody, for being here. This is day 1. Thanks to my co-host, Alicia Erickson. Day 1 of the Athlete Hot Stoves in the books. We'll see you all at the perf over at 6 p.m.
Until the world stops turning while we burn it to the ground.